The Ravens Flock presents The Black Files, an uncensored interview and review podcast for all geek fandom.
Welcome everybody, friends and pals, guys and gals, boys and girls around the world. Pop a squat, pop open a cold one with all of your friends. It is Wednesday night, only a couple of hairs past 10 p.m., and you have been granted access to the uncensored and uncompromising interview review podcast of the Ravens Flock. So whether you're a friend of your feed, boy, girl, or in between, you are tuned in to a brand new episode of The Black Files.
All right, happy to be here tonight on Wednesday, September 10th, and I hope you guys are doing pretty. I hope you guys are hanging in there. I hope you guys are doing pretty well as we're now into the final weeks of summer. And I can safely say that because by the end of the week, apparently we're going to be getting a cold front in Florida.
Oh, I hope so. I just hope that whatever else happens as far as the weather goes down here, that the humidity can just take a break. Just shoo. I don't care if it goes to like 80, 90 degrees or whatever. Just humidity, rain, just stop. I want to be able to breathe air, not breathe Florida soup. Okay? I would like that very much. Please. With sugar on it.
Florida soup. That's a good one.
What the hell else can you call it? What the hell else can you call it? Like the atmosphere. It is swamp ass, and the air is thick and foggy and soupish. Like if you have your whole face right in a bowl of soup, just like Mama used to make. No.
We did. It's called dinner.
We had chicken congee. We didn't have soup. There's a difference. Okay? Just because there's broth and chicken involved does not mean it's soup, all right? There's rice in there. It's cracked rice, and the rice is cooked in with the soup risotto style, except not really. And there was also little bits of carrot that was boiled into oblivion so it couldn't be chewable instead of little hard bitty bits. Okay?
Okay, you got me. Oh, I couldn't resist the joke. I know it's not soup, and I hope I did not insult our chef.
Oh, no, don't worry. K-Storm will exact her revenge upon you shortly.
Oh, come on!
Honey, you still got the breastplate stretcher? Yeah. That means yes.
Fucking hell. That's what I get for trying to bring some humor. Go on.
No, you were bringing humor. You just brought the humor down, and the irony of it came upon yourself. Irony is going to be a big theme tonight. I'm sorry about that. Welcome, everybody, one and all, to The Black Files. I am your host, Juan Arouse, one of the heads of the Ravens Flock, the tech guru of the team. I'm the guy who's really not looking forward to tonight. I'm not looking forward to it, because this is an extremely sensitive topic, and I wanted to try to have some goddamn fun tonight. We had our thumbnails, we had everything set up, ready to go, and then this stuff happens, and I'm like, fuck. If I could flip over a table in my frustration, I would have. But I cannot flip over tables. Now, Angel Mendez will not be joining us tonight. He unfortunately is unavailable, but he sends his best regards, and he will be back on our next episode of Los Amigos Playing the Ravens Flock later this coming Saturday. Tonight, I am still joined by the rest of our usual suspects. First off, let's go ahead and say hello to the lovely ladies of the Ravens Flock, our own personal Starlight Rhodes, cosplayers extraordinaire. Give it up for Dragon Fang and Zayana Rose cosplay!
Yeah, this was very unexpected.
Yeah.
Oh boy, like you would.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I thought, you know how people spread like fake news and everything?
Uh-huh.
I thought that was a
I
fake.
think this was one of them.
Yeah, so I went to look, and then I turned on the news, and then I'm like,
Then,
what the
shit,
heck?
This isn't fake. Oh shit, this is real.
You know, this is why we need to crack down on guns, because this is, no one deserves
And this was
shot.
an open event too at a university.
Yeah, it was.
I smell a lot of therapy in the future.
Yeah.
Sadly, yes.
Because most of those people were
College
either
students.
our age or they were university students.
Or
Faculty. They were coming to listen to him speak.
Yeah.
So
Now,
my heart goes out to all of those people that had to witness that event live.
Yep, what a world, what a world.
sad but true. You are right about that. Let's also not forget the main man himself, the founder of the Ravens Flock, the executive producer and content manager of our channel, host of Wrestle Rewind live every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, and host of the Ravens Flock live every Saturday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Give it up for Mr. Jose Casabona!
Well, thank you very much for that wonderful introduction. Happy to be here with all my friends, and happy to be here with all our viewers and listeners and subscribers and donators and inner flockers and workers, donors and inner flockers and more. And yeah, you know what? I can't make it.
There's no.
I'm trying to keep the humor train. I'm trying to keep the humor train going, but I can't make a good joke out of it. I can't make a joke at all.
There's trust me, Jose, this is not something that could be very easily joked about in any way, shape, or form. I don't care who or what you are. I don't think anyone is quite that clever, but unfortunately, this is not going to be one of the funnier episodes. I'm sorry. I really wanted to. I wanted to have so many. God, can I show everyone what I initially had planned tonight?
Yes.
You know what?
Yeah.
I'll show them later. I'll show them later.
Yeah, no. It's just fine.
No.
It's just like I'm just about as caught off. It's okay. I'm just about as blindsided as the rest of y'all, especially since we already we're not even like barely 2 months removed from the passing of another person, brother.
Yeah, Hulk Hogan. But that's beside the point, Jose. Hulk Hogan's just one person that sticks in your mind here, but that's not the point. The point is, we've got a lot to get into tonight. Jose, do us
all right. Well, let me go ahead and take care of the house cleaning right now, then, folks. For just so you know, we are simulcasting on YouTube and Kick. So be sure to hit the subscribe and the follow button. Click that notification bell for all our content. Leave your questions and comments below. We'll answer as many as we can. And if you wish to go above and beyond to support the Ravens Flock, then you can become an inner flocker. And for $4.99 a month, you'll have access to all the perks that comes with our membership. Juan, tell them.
Well, for all the inner flockers we've got in our chat, and I know we have plenty, go ahead and show off those lovely membership badges and custom emojis, letting everyone know that you're here to help rescue the Ravens Flock from the clutches of late-stage capitalism to become full-time streamers. Since 2013, we've been working hard, staying strong, making your voice our mission. The only thing standing in our way now is the fact that we have to work 9-to-5 jobs just to keep the lights on. However, there's a way that you can help rescue us from this dim and dismal fate, which is by doing what you find folks at home have been doing best, which is supporting the Ravens Flock, sharing our content across all our social media, liking it, commenting both during and after the stream, and of course sharing, like I mentioned earlier, sharing it to all your friends, family, and loved ones, and everyone that you know who has an affinity for geek culture, nerd culture, pop culture, and everything in between. And most importantly, making sure that you're subscribed and making sure that you hit the notification bell to stay up to date on all of the alerts here. The more subscribers you can help bring our way, the more inner flockers can come out of that. Before you know it, we'll be completely self-sustaining. With your help, we can and will succeed. You also get access to Members First and Members Only content, a special discount to our merch store, link in the description below, and you also get access to all of us, the Ravens Flock, your favorite motley crew of nerds, here to make your voice our mission by providing us your thoughts, your input, your feedback, and your ideas to better shape the future of this channel to suit your tastes and needs. I see in the chat here, I see Sarah Serendi, Magical Cosplay. Thank you for joining us, Sarah. We appreciate you. Thank you. Also, thank you very much, Sarah Serendi, for the $2 super chat. Hopefully one day we'll hang out and eat cookies, she says. I hope so too. Cookies sounds nice right about now. Not just any cookies, like the freaking Costco cookies. Y'all remember when I brought that home at one time?
Yeah, cookies.
Those are freaking thick, gigantic fuckers, right?
Yes.
No, they're
Thick. They
colossal.
They nice and thick. They're yummy.
They nice and chunky.
Mm-hmm. You gotta find some light and some good in the world and stuff. I also see, let's see, Arcane Girl 01. How's it going, Arcane Girl? Today was hard. No, today was hard. I'm not left or right. Usually I stay out of politics, but a human life was taken and that's never okay. You're not wrong. Let's see here. Mr. Quake's in the chat. I see Ulysses Fart Knocker. Today has certainly been a week, huh? It's only Wednesday. Fuck.
It's hump day now.
I know. Let's see, Mr. Quake, Kurisi, Rando, Selma. Thank you very much, Kurisi. We appreciate you being here. Let me see what else do we have. I see Mr. Quake, Kurisi, Arcane Girl. Let's see, and I saw someone else up here. Where are they? Where'd they go? Okay, Kyle's in the chat. How's it going, Kyle? He's saying, I'm not going to be active in the chat tonight as my mom is down visiting. All right, no problem. All I'll say is that this guy is a douchebaggery shtick. I'm surprised it's taken this long for something to happen to him. That said, I do not condone the level of violence towards anyone. I don't blame you. Neither do we here. And Miss Kim, so sad. Thank you very much for joining us, Miss Kim. We appreciate you being in the chat here tonight. We appreciate everybody here. Now, obviously, before I go any further, like I said, I don't have anything clever in terms of segue, but just letting y'all fine folks at home know that we at the Ravens Flock are proudly partnered up with Glitch Energy. Glitch Energy's specially formulated smart energy blend keeps you running strong all day long, just like the Ravens Flock, and comes loaded with 0 carbs, 0 sugar, 0 calories, 0 lag, and of course, 0 crash. Make sure that you go to glitchenergy.com, check out all the products that they have in store, and since we're going to be cutting right to it, just remember to use our promo code FLOCKFUEL to get 20% off on your order, whatever your order may be. You'll see, if you've known us, if you've been watching us for any a period of time, you know that we don't suggest any sort of product unless we've tried it and if we approve of it. So if we don't like it, we don't sell it, and you shouldn't have it either. But we do like this. This is yummy stuff, and the folks at Glitch Energy haven't let us down now. So do yourselves a favor. If you want to get yourself set up with a wonderful energy blend that keeps you running strong and doesn't drop you like a hot potato when it wears its welcome out, head over to glitchenergy.com. Use our promo code FLOCKFUEL. Get 20% off of your order today.
All right.
And I thought you were going to say, okay. And we want to also thank Glitch Energy for partnering up with the Ravens Flock. You guys made an excellent choice. Thank you tonight. All right. So we're not going to tiptoe around it any longer. You saw the thumbnail. You know what we're going to be talking about. Conservative pundit and founder of the think tank group Turning Point USA, Charlie Kirk, has been shot dead today at the tender age of 31.
He's younger than us.
We're older than him.
I was honestly shocked to find out.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I sincerely...
He got into politics early.
Yeah, he got into it at 22.
Mm-hmm.
And he's been at it since then, if I'm not mistaken. Now, before I go any further, at Jose's behest and with my agreement, we're gonna go ahead and give you folks our obligatory disclaimer here tonight, and I want this made 150 bazillion % clear. All right. And I'm saying this to everyone and anyone and their mother who even tries to clip out anything out of context or try to do any gotcha moment or whatever the hell. Tonight we are discussing the assassination of a public figure who happens to be a conservative pundit, who happens to be someone who made a living promoting and extolling conservative values upon the American people and the world at large. We at the Ravens Flock do not condone political violence in any way, shape, or form. In any way, shape, or form. Killing someone, no matter how badly you want to, no matter how badly you disagree with that person, is never the answer. I don't give a damn who that person is. That sort of judgment is not for any single human being to bring down upon another. That is usually reserved for if someone has committed a heinous crime and is tried and convicted by a jury of their peers. And even then, if it's somewhere where the death penalty is applicable. That being said, we're not going to sugarcoat it tonight either. We are not going to try and lionize someone. We are not going to try and diminish someone. It's very plain and very obvious that here at the Ravens Flock, we're not big fans of people who use who use this sort of sophistry in order to try and push ideas that end up becoming policies that hurt people. That doesn't mean we approve of in any way, shape, or form what happened to him today. But that doesn't mean we're also going to shy away from the things that he promoted. We're going to be, to the best of our ability, as at the very least the best of my ability too, we're going to try and call this down the middle. We're going to tell people what happened to him today, what he did in life, what he stood for, and the consequences of his work. If you don't think you can handle this kind of discussion, you are free to tune out. You are free to watch us at another time. We'll be back tomorrow night for Wrestle Rewind. We'll have fun and laughs and shenanigans. You're free to tune in again on Los Amigos Play and the Ravens Vlog, where we'll have fun and shenanigans ensuing there too. Tonight, though, this is a serious matter. I don't know if I can find any kind of fucking levity. If there's something that I can giggle about or that I think might be humorous, I'll try. I won't make any sort of effort to mock this guy's passing. And like I said, we're going to do our best to call it down the middle tonight. Mods, if you'd be so kind, if there's anyone in the chat who's trying to rile up some bullshit, trying to say that we're celebrating his death or that we're dancing on his grave, no, shut them down. Time them out for 24 hours. All right? But also, if I've got people who are saying like, "Oh no, you're ignoring. He's the devil. Like," and they're trying to go like, "Why aren't you attacking him more? Why aren't you attacking him more?" Like, no. Also mute 24 hours. I don't want anyone removed. I want to see what they say. Mute them for 24 hours. Time them out for 24 hours. Got it?
Yep, no problem. I am one of the mods, so I will be very active on tonight's live chat. Let
it not be said that y'all asses haven't been warned. All right? Because earlier today, I was helping Andy Signor on Popcorn Planet, along with Louis Lecca from Nerd Report. Now, it's no secret that what's his face? It's no secret that Louis has much more. He has different belief systems than I do, and Andy has very different belief systems than I do. But me specifically in the chat on there, I was getting harangued because Andy had a very specific rule. They said they didn't want any partisan shit happening in the chat, saying like, "Oh, this is for like, oh, like no, Trump is the best, like, oh, this is the greatest, and like, no, he's the greatest and the glorious and the like." And they were also fucking saying like, oh, well, this is like no, this is for the liberals over here. No, this is the greatest thing for them, and like, no. And I was in there muting them, just like he asked. Mute 24 hours, timeout, done. If like there were people who were even accusing Andy specifically of lying and of being a hack himself, and they were saying like, "Oh, fuck this channel." No, fine. They were just hidden. They were just removed. There was zero tolerance happening today on that shit. because we were not going for that kind of play. I'm not going for that kind of play. And Kurisi, I'm not even in the chat over here. I didn't even see anyone in mainstream media who was actually going celebrating his death on there. No, I was seeing more people like folks who were bringing up the stuff that Charlie Kirk extolled in terms of his values on there. Green Eye Dragon, how's it going, Green Eye? Welcome to
Whoa, Green Eye Dragon, it's been a hot minute.
Yeah, it's been a while. They're saying yeah, that was crazy. And Andy's chat, I felt so bad when you were trying to be a mod. Yeah, they were fucking coming at me on that shit because I was in there saying I gave my 2 cents on this. I don't believe that what happened to Charlie Kirk should have happened. And as far as me personally is concerned, I'm never going to condone political violence in any way, shape, or form. But I recognize the type of guy that he was. He spent his adult life making money and making a living off of pushing policies that ended up hurting people. It ended up hurting folks who happened to be legal immigrants, accusing them of being illegal. It happened to be people who were in the LGBTQ community, particularly trans people in there as well. There were policies in there that had been anti-Semitic and Islamophobic. There had been things that he promoted that were also misogynistic against women. He had a very, very specific set of values that he pushed forward along with his think tank, and that I could not abide. I did not ever, throughout this guy's entire life, approve of or condone any of the shit that he was trying to push. So I was not going to shed any tears. I was going to save my sympathy for his children. I'm going to save my sympathy for his family because they lost their father, because they lost their husband. That's where my sympathy lies. That is not that is not the way to go about it. What you do with someone like that, if you disagree with them, is you take them on head on with the same sort of fervor and steadfastness in your own beliefs. You can hash it out. He is clearly really good in terms of debating, but that's how it ends up going on there. But at the end of the day, this is not how this shit's supposed to get resolved. Fisetter Macrocephalus is in the chat. How's it going, Fisetter? We appreciate you joining us tonight. That's a political process, though. It's inherent in the nature of government itself. The funny thing is, he himself wasn't in government. He didn't hold any government position. In fact, Charlie Kirk was the head of a group called Turning Point USA. I'm going to get into this stuff in the specifics in a few short moments over here. First things first, I'm going to break everything down with what it actually ended up happening here. And like I said, I'm going as neutral as I can with all this stuff because I am not trying to demonize nor lionize this guy right now. Okay.
We're with you, Wancho.
Let me see here. Five-Starter said you're using a lot of heavy terms very broadly, and that's part of the problem. Unfortunately, this guy also peddled in very heavy terms and very broad usage of it as well. That's how he made his living. And suffice to say, while I may not agree with what he says, I will defend to the death his right to have said it. Why doesn't this fucking thing go away? I'm trying to load the article from AP News that I've got that's got the latest updates and all, and one of the stupid little video players won't go away. Let me see here.
I hate that.
Yeah, he had a family too, Mr. Quake. Yeah, he had what is it, 2 kids and a wife?
Yep.
Shit. Mm-hmm. God almighty. Yeah, no, that's I don't wish that upon anyone. And yeah, Sarah Serendi, Andy is Andy Signor. He's a friend to the Ravens flock. He is the head of Popcorn Planet. He does pop culture news, a little more mainstream, a little more like celebrity news and stuff like that. That's his million.
He's a good guy.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a very good guy. If we fucks with him, then it's okay for you to fucks with him too. He is a cool dude. All right, so for the AP News article, headline on it reading: Conservative activist Charlie Kirk assassinated at Utah University. Now, this is being handled, and it was updated just earlier tonight at 9:55 p.m. This is being handled by 4 reporters: Hannah Schonenbaum, Alana Durkin-Richer, Mark Sherman, and Eric Tucker. All right, so here we go. All right, in Orem, Utah, Charlie Kirk, a conservative activist and close ally of President Donald Trump, who played an influential role in rallying young Republican votes, was shot and killed Wednesday at a Utah college event in what the governor called a political assassination carried out from a rooftop. Let me see here. So this is a dark day for our state. It's a tragic day for our nation, said Utah Governor Spencer Cox. I want to be very clear. This is a political assassination. And there's a picture of Governor Spencer Cox. Sorry, when I saw the governor's polo here, I thought it was a cop for a minute, only because of the badge over here, but that's not important. Yeah, Department of Public Safety. But that's not important right now. Sorry. Mild aside. No one was in custody late Wednesday, though authorities were searching for a new person of interest, according to a law enforcement official familiar with the matter who was not authorized to discuss the situation by name and spoke on condition of anonymity. Authorities had earlier provided evolving information on the status of search, with FBI Director Kash Patel initially saying on social media that a subject had been taken into custody, only to later say that the person has been released after being questioned. As in, there was someone that they detained. They initially believed that this was the shooter, and after questioning the guy, turns out that wasn't the shooter. All right, so as of this moment, as of the publishing of this article, the culprit, the person responsible for killing Charlie Kirk, is somehow fucking still at large. So that's a fucking problem. Now, let's see here. But the circumstances of the shooting drew renewed attention to an escalating threat of political violence in the United States that in the last several years has cut across the ideological spectrum. The assassination drew bipartisan condemnation, but a national reckoning over ways to prevent political grievances from manifesting as deadly violence seemed elusive. So you can even see here, because this was held out in a big auditorium, like not big auditorium, it was like a big outdoor area. When the shot went off, students scattered, and it was chaos, and it was not pleasant. All right, now, I have to let you folks know there is footage of the moment in which Charlie Kirk was shot. There are 2 pieces of video that I know of right now. I don't know of any others. I'm not going to go out of my way to look for any others, only because the first one was a big wide shot of, like, from up in the rafters of the crowd of people who were there to watch Charlie Kirk, because he was there to, he was at the college campus doing what he usually does at college campuses. Challenge college kids to debate him on policy ideas. And they were there to watch. They were there to see if there was anyone who could take him on in terms of debate. When you hear the shot, you see everyone scatter. And he's under this little outdoor tent. One of those outdoor pop-ups. What are those called again? Not a gazebo. What are those again?
Yes.
Not a pavilion.
No, but like, you know what I'm talking about, where you could actually just pop it up and it goes in there. And it was it had a big banner in front saying "Prove me wrong," which is usually the milieu of Charlie Kirk's of his modus operandi. The entire point is to trying to debate college students, get to see if any of them can poke any holes in his logic. And then he uses his experience as a debater to put the college kids down, to debunk them, and to prove his own points as being superior because he's a better debater. That was his whole thing. Back in the article, videos posted to social media from Utah Valley University show Kirk speaking into a handheld microphone while sitting under a white tent. Okay, it was a tent, whatever. Emblazoned with the slogans, "The American Comeback" and "Prove Me Wrong." A single shot rings out, and Kirk can be seen reaching up with his right hand as a large volume of blood gushes from the left side of his neck. Stunned spectators are heard gasping and screaming before people start to run away. The Associated Press was able to confirm the videos were taken at Sorensen Center Courtyard on the Utah Valley University campus. So like I said, there were two videos of it. One was at White Shot, and another was actually closer up in the front row that actually showed Charlie Kirk speaking. And after he got through saying this one bit of sentence, which I'm actually going to get to in a minute, is when you see the actual shot go off. It was specifically right here in this area in the neck, on the left side of the neck, right in front of the trachea, right in front of this bit, the thyroid, the trachea, this area, right through.
That's insane.
And the moment it went in, I'm sorry to get graphic, but it didn't flow out. It just a whole gush. And his neck went limp, his head went limp, he slumped, and he slumped this way. That's what while trying to reach for his neck. Now, I've seen this video firsthand, the close-up one. I showed it to Jose. I sent it to Zayana and Dragonfang. And I must urge everyone out there, unless that's something that you think that you can stomach, please don't go out of your way to try to find that video. It's gruesome. It's not for the faint-hearted, and it can be very triggering to even the strongest of willed people.
Yeah, when they said it was gushing,
Yeah.
they weren't lying about that.
Mm-mm.
It wasn't fucking cool at all. The carotid artery, it says Crodista. Yeah, he bled
Yep.
out.
Yep.
Yeah, when I heard that they said the blood was gushing out, I was like, oh no, there's no hope for him with that.
No.
That is
Even if you have the best medical people there's no way to stop the bleeding, unfortunately.
it's different from how you see them in movies.
Yeah.
Where
Those
it's
are
cut and then
exaggerated.
it just kind of squirts out a tiny bit and it just like dribbles.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And the fucked up part is that I had checked on social media in the afternoon, and I'd seen that this I saw people speaking like, "Oh snap, Charlie Kirk's been shot. He got shot in the neck. Oh snap." And I was initially thinking, "Oh crap. That's terrible. I hope he's okay." You know, like, "Oh, somebody tried to take a shot at him, but it like grazed across on the neck, or it might have gotten in like the trapezius in the area over here in the shoulder where the neck meets the shoulder in that spot, or like maybe that it got him across the jaw or something." But no, that was dead on, square, almost right through the. If whoever was aiming had aimed just a couple inches higher, that would have been a headshot. That would have been dead. Instant. And that would have been far, far worse. This is terrible. And that's no fucking way to die. Because you're bleeding out and there's no coming back from that. There is no way to seal it. There's no way to try and treat that. Like, even the old, like, I remember there's, like, an old wives' tale or whatever, or, like, an urban legend or an urban myth or whatever, like, oh, if you get shot, and if it's a gunshot wound, you can use a tampon to plug it, to block to stop the bleeding. I'm like, No, that shit's... No. Nobody's coming back from that. I don't care how strong that tampon might be. No. There's no way. There's just no fucking way. And yeah, to answer the question, Fisetter, no, like the person that they had in custody, the original person that they had was an old white guy that they had detained. He was like literally bald spot in the middle, white crown of hair around the sides. He was wearing a white shorts and a blue button-down shirt. He had silver-rimmed glasses or some kind. No. Apparently, it turned out that wasn't him. I thought that it was him when the reports were initially coming out. And then the reports got updated. It's not him. They let that person go. The shooter is still out there.
Damn.
Yeah. The younger was 3 years old. What is that? What was that? Could he see? Hold on, I'm trying to get yeah, Arcane. Let me see here. Oh, are you talking about like his kids? Charlie Kirk's kids being 3 years old. One of them. Shit, I hope not. It's fucking terrible. Yeah, no, it was 10. Let me see. Apparently, it seemed like a random guy with airsoft. No, that's not done with an airsoft. No, that was an actual gunshot. You could hear the gunshot ring loud and clear. Ulysses, I initially thought it was crazy how he was shot, but when I saw that video, no way he's coming back from that. Did you guys see the roof video yet? No, I didn't see the roof one. I only saw the wide shot and the close-up shot. You could probably watch that on stream. I don't think I should. No, I don't think we should actually show that.
If people want to watch it, then they can
No,
look
no,
through
no,
it.
no, 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 no. Let's not show that.
Oh, the old guy might have had an airsoft. Probably. Yeah, so Charlie's son is 3 years old. Charlie's daughter's 5.
Oh.
Damn.
Arcane Girl, this is why I love you all. You're hilarious on regular nights, but when tragedy happens, you all show your hearts. I'm proud of you all as a lifelong fan. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's literally just trying to fucking have a heart. Like they have a video. Fisetter, they have a video of the shooter running across the roof, not the actual shooter.
What?
Oh, okay, that's what they're saying. Okay, so this much I can tell you because of the reports that have been coming in. Whoever the shooter was, they apparently had been on top of a roof, which is, let's say if I'm the audience facing in to see Charlie Kirk over here, facing this way, the building that they're referring to would be to my my east southeast direction. It would have been this direction over here. All right.
Okay.
Like back to my right somewhere. And apparently that building is roughly 200 yards away from the site of Charlie's event. And whoever the shooter was, whoever the culprit was, that they were on the roof. Is that was what we're saying over here? Holy shit. Yeah, no, don't show the video. You might link it if you want. Probably, could he see? Yeah, shot was 200 meters. Yes, thank you, Fisetter. The Joseph Santos is in the chat. The Joseph, how's it going? Welcome to the Black Files. The rooftop video only shows a person in black on a roof. That's it. Oh, shit.
So not much to go off of.
No, not much, if anything. And dear Lord, it is not fucking cool at all. I'm gonna continue on the AP article because this is actually gonna bring up, like I mentioned, irony earlier tonight here. Irony is a big it's playing a big role tonight. Kirk was speaking at a debate hosted by his nonprofit organization. Immediately before the shooting, Kirk was taking questions from an audience member about mass shootings and gun violence. The person asked, Do you know how many transgender Americans have been mass shooters over the last 10 years? The person asked. Kirk responded, "Too many." The questioner followed up, "Do you know how many mass shooters there have been in America over the last 10 years?" And these are like the last words that Charlie Kirk said. "Counting or not counting gang violence?" Kirk asked. Then a single shot rang out. The shooter, who Cox the pledge would be held accountable in a state of with the death penalty, wore dark clothing and fired from a roof on campus some distance away. And thank goodness for this bit of satellite imagery here. And yeah, they actually showed where this all was happening. So you can see here at the Utah Valley University campus. And also let me show the flock in the Zoom call so y'all can follow along with me here. Give me a second. Let me just also switch over off of Wi-Fi on my phone to make things a little easier. All right, so if y'all are looking at your screens here, give me a second. You will see. Come on, load, fucking damn it. You'll see down here at on the campus, it's got this nice big green, gracious and like green spacious area. Looks like a little. It kind of reminds me of the fairgrounds amphitheater here in Tampa by the Florida Fairgrounds. You know.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Where it's got this grass area, except it doesn't have an overhang. This is what the area looked like. And way down this way. Hi, K-Storm.
Hi.
And way down this way, across the ways, like they mentioned, some 200 yards from where this was taking place, in this building, on this rooftop, apparently is where the university states the shooter fired from, and that building's called the Lossie Center. I don't know, like, you know, campuses, buildings. Okay, so yeah, that couldn't have been done by some crackhead or some psycho or some, you know, asshole who doesn't know the first thing about handling a firearm. No, that kind of shot, that
was done by professionals.
Yeah, undoubtedly. Like I'm not an expert, but Andy, he's friends with people who are experts, and he had an expert on, a guy who was apparently former military.
How far did they determine the shooter was again?
200 yards, K-Storm. If you're gonna, hang on, K-Storm's gonna pipe up, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. 200 yards is one of the distances they train us in. Or at least they did when I was in. And that is considered a long distance shot. And if you can make that consistently, that's actually kind of rare.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm not trained on sniper rifles. I could make a shot very similar to that with an M16.
All right.
That distance of a shot, I could make.
Yep.
So it requires training.
Yeah, fun fact, can I brag a little? Yeah, K-Storm, when she was in the Tennessee National Guard, she was actually awarded sharpshooter status in terms of her skill downrange. And I'm not, like, she has I don't know where she put it, somewhere.
Storage.
Oh, it's in storage? Okay. Well, she's got the badge to prove it, so.
The badge for my uniform.
Yeah, suffice to say, it's no easy feat. Yeah, no, that's not something to fuck around with.
No.
Yeah, it's one thing to hit, like the chest or something, but like the head, the neck, like that requires a lot of precision.
It's such a small area too.
Easy to miss if you're not good.
Yeah, because if you deviate like a few millimeters left or right, that's gonna move that shot.
Exactly.
1 millimeter enough to do it several meters at that distance.
If you didn't catch that, because I didn't tweak the
I
mic.
was telling you.
Oh
pass it
no.
on.
Okay, so I'm saying one even a single millimeter off from your target will make all the difference with it, equaling that your shot will miss it by meters across. So at that sort of distance there. So it's not something to fuck around with. It's not something to play around with at all. Let me take a look in the chat here, see how everyone is doing so far. Let's see. 200 range is optimal range for M16. How convenient, says Fisetter. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, no. Basically, a lot of the comments here on the live chat is pretty much praising K-Storm for having experience in the military, for being an awesome sharpshooter. Like, there's one Sarah Serenity posted in the chat saying, "If the apocalypse happens, summon K-Storm."
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Mama bird.
Definitely here. Why do you think I'm so happy that she's on my side? I'm in trouble. No, shooting a rifle isn't easy. Thanks, honey. Shooting a rifle isn't easy, says Christy, former U.S. Air Force. Awesome, Christy. Appreciate that. Yeah, no, it is not fucking easy. I'm not gonna try and pretend as if I had any that kind of skill at all. No fucking way. Yes, and she was former military. Fisetter, there are optics, mountings, and ballistic computers that can make such a shot novice-friendly, but they are expensive.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so let's see here. One drone could have spotted him, says Fisetter. Everyone is going to need anti-sniper drone teams now. Ugh. Oh, my lord. Sarah Serenity, yeah, I'm sorry, I respect the dead, but I have none for who he was when he was alive. After death, we're all living in different ways, but all equal in death, like in Corpse Bride. Mm-hmm. Yeah, everybody's got goes down the same 6 feet.
Mm-hmm.
In that wildness. So yeah, you truly are a good journalist. Appreciate that. Thank you, Fisetter. I'm literally just trying to fucking not be too
Political about it.
Because the really fucked up part is because I am a political candidate. I am running for a political office. My opinion of Charlie Kirk and his work in life is something that I've addressed in the past. It's something that I categorically have opposed. But this is not how I would have had it resolved. Not in any fucking way. See, they had a target half an inch wide. Yeah. No kidding here. Ahmed in the chat. How's it going, Ahmed? Welcome to the Black Files. Being foreign military myself, that is a hard shot to make, and even though I don't agree with what Charlie says, sometimes that doesn't mean he deserves to die.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Understood. Agreed. Yeah.
I mean, we can really not like people, but
that doesn't mean we wish them dead.
Yeah, to literally, again, I don't know too much about the guy, but from what I've read, I'm like, oh, he was not a good person.
But you don't wish death on anyone.
He's dead. No. Because, I mean, even if you don't like the person, they still do have a family who are now suffering. I mean, what if
they have friends and family?
Yeah, it's like, what if you were the one who died?
Yeah.
You'd hope that other people would be well-wishing your family, even if they don't like you.
Or what if it was like your spouse or something, or your brother or sister? It's like, put yourself in, the grieving people's shoes.
At the very least, sympathy for the family. At the very fucking least.
Mm-hmm.
Because no child deserves to lose their father. No spouse deserves to lose their spouse. No wife deserves to lose their husband. Whatever.
Yeah, I agree.
And it's going to be worse for them because, the mob and the media are going to be all over the family.
Yeah.
Well, it's even worse because they were right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's the really fucked up part. His family was present at that at that event in Utah. How gruesome must that fucking be?
That's
know
a lot of trauma right there in an instant.
even remember
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of people do have trouble remembering things from when they were little like that. So, but still, like I didn't even know that his family was even there until I read.
That was just something that we discovered when learning more about this.
And it's going to get wilder from there. I'm actually double checking to see what else the article is saying over here, because I did want to continue a little further. I didn't realize how long we were going to get into it just with this first bit of what's been happening with his death. Let me double check over here to see what else we've got. Let's see here. The death was announced on social media by Trump, who praised the 31-year-old Kirk, the co-founder and CEO of the youth organization Turning Point USA, as great and even legendary. I'm sorry, I can't stand how this guy always speaks in hyperbole. Later Wednesday, he released a recorded... Later Wednesday, he released a recorded video from the White House in which he called Kirk a, quote, martyr for truth and freedom, and blaming the rhetoric of the radical left for killing. This is exactly what I wanted to not fucking happen, and this is why I didn't want to fucking talk about it. And not because of the guy's death, but because of people immediately going in to politicize it. To, like, the body isn't even fucking cold. And there sits Donald fucking Trump, literally trying to blame the radical left for this guy's death. We don't know why he was shot. We don't know who shot him. We don't know the beliefs of the person who shot him. That is unknown because that person is still at large. And to think, you know what, I'm not even fucking surprised that Donald Trump is jumping on this opportunity. Like, and this is why I was trying to fucking avoid it. I wanted to avoid it so fucking badly. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. I am so fucking sorry. I was doing such a fucking good job, and then this bullshit. No. You see what I fucking mean? I'm not the fucker who wants to try to fucking politicize this guy's death. I'm going out of my way to not be political about his death. But here goes Donald Trump. A man who has more power than anyone in his position should ever have any fucking right to have, let alone knows what to do with. And what does he do? He uses it to continue stoking division, to continue stoking distrust, discord, like to continue fucking pushing for hatred and separation between people. He wants that. If he didn't want that, he wouldn't have fucking said it. But sure, I'm the lefty. I'm the weird one. I'm the crazy guy. I'm the guy who's progressive, who's a liberal, who's a guy who doesn't agree with this dude's beliefs or whatever. So yeah, I'm the fucking crazy one. I'm the one who's gonna be fucking making these sort of fucking accusations on his ass. Yeah, sure, fucking why not? Go right the fuck ahead. Go right ahead. Fucking why not? It doesn't fucking matter, does it? When you try to treat people the way you want to be treated, and they fundamentally do not believe that you're a human being that deserves to live or deserves to have any fucking humanity, they will take your advantage of your humanity and turn it around against you, call it a weakness, or say that it's insidious and that you shouldn't trust empathy. And so when you're finally pissed off and you finally push back, there they go right back, and instead of fucking realizing, hey, wait a minute, we've been pushing this shit on these people this whole time, and now they're pushing back. Maybe there's something wrong with why we fucking didn't know. It just goes in and says, oh, see, exactly. This is exactly what they would do. Fuck you! Fuck you for that shit! I need a minute. Is it okay if I leave you guys to it for a second, please?
Yes.
Yeah, no, go.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, go right ahead. Go right ahead. No. Hey, listen. Take a minute. Take a minute, and we've got this. Okay. My goodness.
Oh,
So yeah, no. This is a really serious and sensitive issue that we are discussing, and
Mhm.
oh, my God,
I
it's
mean, it. Yes, it was a political assassination. We at least know
Mhm.
that. But he's not the first one to have been killed
Mhm.
like this. I mean, just
And
recently we had that state senator and her husband, and we just learned this, her
yeah,
dog also.
yeah, just today we learned that their dog got killed too.
But it's a really tough thing, especially like trying to make sure we don't get too political about this and start slinging mud at each other, which Trump literally just did. We can't comment on what the shooter believes in anything because again we haven't.
We don't
yeah
know
because
any information as of right now.
because the shooter remains at large. The shooter is
Mhm.
completely anonymous.
Mm-hmm.
And people are gonna, start slinging, oh, it could have been this, so it could be. We don't know anything. So if everyone could refrain from, saying, oh, it had to be this political side that did. No, we don't know that, and we don't want to jump to any conclusions because
Yeah,
then that's just gonna,
It's gonna be a he said, she said.
yeah,
See,
pointing
and
fingers.
it's ridiculous. Like,
Mhm.
yes,
I got
someone died. Yes, he may have been a piece of shit, but
He was
killing
still
someone is not good.
he was still a human being.
precisely, and he didn't deserve to be put
Mm-mm.
out was today. It's
Yeah.
No.
Like Juan just shared the 5-second video clip close up of the shooting and holy shit.
that was very
Yeah,
intense.
like just watching it.
It's very
It's-
unnerving.
It's traumatic. Just think about those who were literally right there.
And this came from
Don't
near
expect it.
this video came from right near the front too.
I think it was like what, maybe 20 feet away?
Yeah,
That's a good
maybe
estimate. Yeah,
less.
that's an appropriate estimate. 20 feet away.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that being said, I actually want to turn the attention over here to the live chat.
Yep.
Let's see here. Sarah Serenity said, people got to realize that being allied with Trump is going to give you a target on your back either way, and he doesn't care. He literally only cares about his amoeba dick getting laid. Okay? Yeah, that's true. And as Joseph Santos said, the people celebrating Kirk's death are doing worse than Trump is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
again, yeah, he has said a lot of terrible things.
But it is someone
You
died.
can literally say, I don't care for the man. He shouldn't have died. But
My condolences.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Let's
like
see
you're just
here.
as bad as the other side if you start celebrating it.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what I was going to say. You know, for the people who are celebrating a person's death, like if you're making a big deal out of it, and if you're shaming people for showing, you know, actual
Compassion.
Mm-hmm.
compassion, sympathy because a human being died, then you're no better than you know than those types.
Yep.
It's crazy. Let's see here,
Yeah,
and
I think
there's a
it's
couple
just
of
a really touchy subject just because of the things that he said, which is why I think that a lot of people are.
It's just charging everyone up.
Yeah, I think that's why they're kind of crossing the line because they are so angry about all the things that Kirk has said before.
Ulysses Fartknocker comments did on the chat saying, "I'm worried that Charlie is going to be a martyr because of this. I hope I'm wrong, but this is going to get bad."
It is. I think that
Yeah.
it's going to end up being retaliation, which there was no retaliation when the state senator got killed.
Yeah.
And then when the other one ended up getting injured, do you think that the Democrats like retaliated like that? No.
No.
So I'm actually fearful that, you know, the MAGA movement is going to try and do something like I don't want to fear monger, but with how they are, how they've reacted in the past with January 6th, I honestly wouldn't put it past them trying to retaliate for this. And again, I hope not, because that's just going to start a really long domino effect. And I do not want to be a part of it. I don't want to see it because that's going to get dangerous for both sides.
Hang on a minute. Vice Center is now piecing out. He's saying, "I'm going to take my leave out of respect for you guys, trying to stay cool, but I'm kind of disappointed in how waffle you're all being." What do you mean by that, Vice Center? Oh, hang on a minute. I see what's going on. I see what Vice Center's point is. Like, he actually commented earlier on the chat, and I can't believe I missed that. He said, "You wouldn't have given Kyle Rittenhouse this level of plausible deniability."
What was that again? I'm really bad with names.
Kyle Rittenhouse. I'm sorry. Like, I'm vaguely bad with the information, and I apologize. But give me just a second here.
Okay, I'm back.
Hey, Wancho.
Kyle Rittenhouse.
Kyle Rittenhouse is the kid who went into a protest.
Yeah, the kid who shot 3 men.
And
Okay.
shot people.
Yeah, thank you. And Five Center is like, it looks like it sounded like from the comments, it seems like Five Center is like very disappointed at us about talking about this. You guys are softballing this hard. I hope this will at least make some of you think.
Softballing what? No way, he already left. See, like, this is what fucking tries to happen. I'm fucking over here trying to... I try to fucking handle this shit right. I try to fucking say this, handle this shit properly. The first mention of this fucking guy, fucking Donald Trump's fucking ass, and I'm seeing in the chat how it's like, oh wait, what? But you didn't give the same thing about Kyle Rittenhouse, and like, oh, Libs of TikTok is showing all these people celebrating. Like, these people aren't the fucking president of the United States. Donald Trump is. He's the one with his hand on the nuclear button. He's the one who can say whether or not we have a living or working economy. He's the one who's got the fucking Supreme Court by the balls, literally having people's personal liberties taken the fuck away earlier this week. Literally, we had fucking ruling where people who are brown-skinned can be fucking racially profiled, and now my fucking ass is over here. I have to fucking think twice now before I even step out of my own house. But yeah, sure, I'm fucking waffling. Yeah, let's say that. Why not? I'm sorry if I was trying a little too hard to try my best to give this story the sensitivity and the nuance that it fucking deserves. But no, we don't fucking want nuance, do we? We don't fucking want nuance. The moment there's this, it's like, you have to understand the words and the statements from random ass fucking people and the words and statements of a world leader, of the elected leader of an entire fucking nation, they don't exactly have the same kind of weight. So when this person says insensitive, horrible shit, it kind of matters a little more when these people say insensitive, horrible shit. I'm sorry if you don't see that. We can have a difference of opinion on that, but it's an unfortunate truth that, you know, people in power have more weight to what they say and what they do and how people will react to it. So I'm sorry if I'm acting a little too hard, that Donald Trump said something fucking horrible again, and I'm pissed off about that. Yeah, sure, because it's my fault somehow that I'm being bad about it, that I'm being fucking horrible a person by calling him out and not calling out the random ass regular people who are fucking saying their horrible shit. Yeah, they're fucking horrible fucking people too. Is that what you want to fucking hear? Yes, they're also horrible people for saying this shit. At the end of the day, you can ignore the regular ass person. You can ignore what some other person says. If that one person, random ass Joe Schmo from down the block, wants to say something horrible about Charlie Kirk, dance around about his fucking death, then that's on them. That's on them. That's for them to fucking deal with. When you have a world leader like Donald fucking Trump saying this shit, there are consequences. And those consequences affect everyone.
Bless you, Wancho.
Oh, excuse me.
Bless you. No, you're fine.
I don't want anyone fucking thinking for a minute that I was enjoying hearing that Charlie Kirk had fucking died. Because I hadn't. I even had a minor argument with K-Storm earlier tonight about it. Because we were having our differences in opinion and stuff. But not... Fuck! But not for 1 minute did either of us say that we were happy he's dead and that we're excited that he's fucking dead. No. But yeah, sure, I'm the fucking bad guy. Forgive me for trying to give some sort of take on this stuff. And I'm sorry that I can't be 100% robotic and unfeeling and unemotional and inhuman with my delivery on this shit tonight. I'm sorry I can't fucking do that. I would expect that people would want to see some humanity, would want to see some passion, would want to see some emotion, would want to see that, yes, this is a terrible fucking problem. And yes, you're going to have people who are going to have very different opinions about you. But when the baselines don't line up, the very basics of things like people should be treated equally, or human beings shouldn't be put down upon because they are of a different race, or a different religion, or a different gender, or a different sexual orientation, or of a different age. When that cannot be agreed upon, I'm sorry, I can't fucking fuck with that. I can't. Because I was brought up. It doesn't matter if you're black, white, gay, straight, Hispanic, like fucking Asian, fucking Muslim, Christian, Jewish, Hindu, atheist, fucking like old, young, like fucking neurodivergent, neurotypical, fucking transgendered, cisgendered. No, it doesn't fucking matter. You treat people the way you want to be treated. And this guy fucking Charlie Kirk, even though his fucking rhetoric that he has been making money with, that he has been making a living with for over, for nearly a decade here, the rhetoric that he has been espousing fundamentally says that no, you are not equal to the straight white Christian man. You are not equal to the cisgendered wasp man of the United States of America who's only upper class. You are not equal to that. And you cannot argue that that's not what he fucking pushes with what Turning Point USA had been fucking pushing their whole time that he'd been running it. I'm sorry, I'm not going to shed any fucking tears over this guy. I'm not. I feel bad for his children. I feel bad for his wife. I feel bad and I sympathize with them, and my condolences are to them, and I'm sorry that they lost their father and husband. I am not sorry that this guy isn't around. I'm not going to cry over him. So I guess I'm fucking evil. I guess I'm fucking the bad guy. For not wanting to fucking sing the praises of this piece of shit human being. I kid you not. Okay, so fucking, like I mentioned earlier tonight, fucking irony is a fucking thing that fucking happens here. He doesn't give two shits. In his life, he didn't give two shits whether or not if children who were murdered in schools lived or died. If they were murdered by an asshole with a gun. He did not care about that. He did not care about that at all. You don't fucking believe on here? April 5th, 2015. A direct quote from Charlie Kirk. I think it's worth it. I think it's worth to have a cost of, unfortunately, some gun deaths every single year so that we can have the Second Amendment to protect our other God-given rights. Kirk genuinely made this statement during an April 5th, 2023 Turning Point USA faith event that took place on the Salt Lake City campus of Awaken Church. The Internet Archive's Wayback Machine hosts an archived YouTube video, unavailable currently on YouTube's website, showing the entire event. The quote begins at 1 hour, 16 minutes, 21 second mark. Meanwhile, the Podbean account for the Awaken Church also hosts the audio for the same function, with the quote occurring at the 41 minute, 30 second mark. On the day after the April 2023 event, the Media Matters for America website published a transcript of Kirk's remarks, with the quote appearing in bold. And I'm sorry, I forgot to fucking show you guys. This is all Snopes' fucking article, and there's attribution and there's the proof if you wanted to fucking see it for yourselves. So yeah, just fucking show, yeah. Audience question. How's it going, Charlie? I'm Austin. I just had a question related to the Second Amendment rights. We saw the shooting that happened recently, and a lot of people are upset, but I'm seeing people argue for the other side that they want to take our Second Amendment rights away. How do we convince them that it's important to have the right to defend ourselves and all that good stuff? Yeah, it's a great question, says Charlie Kirk. Thank you. So I'm a big Second Amendment fan, but I think most politicians are cowards when it comes to defending why we have a Second Amendment. This is why I would not be a good politician, or maybe I would. I don't know, because I actually speak my mind. The Second Amendment is not about hunting. I love hunting. The Second Amendment is not even about personal defense. That is important. The Second Amendment is there, God forbid, so that you can defend yourselves against a tyrannical government. And if that scares you, wow, that's radical, Charlie. I don't know about that. Well, then you have not really read any of the literature of our founding fathers. Number two, you've not read any 20th century history. You're just living in Narnia. By the way, if you're actually living in Narnia, you'd be wiser than wherever you're living, because C.S. Lewis was really smart. So I don't know what alternate sort of universe you're living in. You just don't want to face reality that governments tend to get tyrannical and that people need an ability to protect themselves and their communities and their families. Now, we must all be real. We must be honest with the population. Having an armed citizenry comes with a price, and that is a part of liberty. Driving comes with a price. 50,000 people die on the road every year. That's a price. You get rid of driving, you have 50,000 less auto fatalities. Well, we have decided that the benefit of driving, speed, accessibility, mobility, having products, services is worth the cost of 50,000 people dying on the road. So we need to be very clear that you're not going to get gun deaths to zero. It will not happen. If you could significantly reduce them through having more fathers in the home, by having more armed guards in front of schools, we should have an honest, a clear reductionist view of gun violence, but we should not have a utopian one. You'll never live in a society where you can have an armed citizenry when you won't have a single gun death. That is nonsense. It's drivel. But I think it's worth it. I think it's worth the cost. It's worth to have a cost of, unfortunately, some gun deaths every single year so that we can have the Second Amendment to protect our other God-given rights. That's a prudent deal. It is rational. Nobody talks like this. They live in a complete alternative universe. So fucking here he's even bringing up things. So how do you reduce? Very simple. People say, oh, Charlie, how do you stop school shootings? I don't know. How do we stop shootings at baseball games? Because we have armed guards outside of baseball games. That's why. Well, we fucking have armed guards at schools. Their kids are being murdered there too. So yeah, sure. You want me to feel bad for a guy who fucking pushed for that? Sure. You go ahead. Call me the fucking bad guy for not feeling bad about this. Go right ahead. Yeah. That's just one fucking example. That's just one. If you'd like me to pull up more, I'll be happy to pull up more for you. If you want to try and nitpick or cherry pick, saying, "Oh no, he didn't say it that way, he didn't mean it that way," sure, you want to try that? We'll go ahead and we'll try that together. If you want to come at me, then you better come correct. But truthfully, I can't be bothered to fucking care. Because I'm not going to waste my sympathy on this man. It's on my sympathies with his family, my sympathies with his loved ones, not on him. Because someone who makes their living with that either cynically, who doesn't believe in any of this shit, is a fucking asshole and is pushing this kind of craziness that has cost us fucking human lives, children's lives, lives of babies, lives of children his kids' age. And that makes him a fucking horrible person, or he's a true believer. And that still makes him a fucking horrible person. I'm sorry, you can't fucking play with me on that. You can't fucking try to think about it that way in a more nuanced manner, or when I try to show any form of fucking nuance, and I get upset by seeing how the leader of the United States of America fucking uses this tragedy and weaponizes it against his political opponents, against people who are left-leaning, and I'm upset at that, and I'm wrong for being upset about that. Fucking make that make sense. I would really like someone to make that make sense for me. No, it's not gonna fucking happen. Because it doesn't make sense. And I've tried. Okay? You guys all right over there?
Yeah, no, we're good.
Okay,
We're good.
cool.
Let me go. I'm looking at the chat right now, moderating, of course. I mean, no surprise, Juan. The live chat, for the most part, like, they are 100% on your side on this topic. Even Sarah saying, Juan, you're human. You're being compassionate and empathetic and sensible. There's nothing wrong with that. You're definitely not the bad guy. That's a big one.
No, apparently I fucking am.
No, you're not, Juan.
You're not.
Mm-mm.
You're not the bad guy. And anyone who says that you are, they can go fuck themselves. And Rose Name Millie made it to the chat. Hello, Rose Name Millie. Welcome to the Black Files.
Hi there, Rose. Thank you for joining us tonight. All right, it's good that you don't. I'm seeing Christy over here. I'm a big Second Amendment supporter. However, I don't make it as if it should be on the Bible. No, neither do I. I'm tired of people trying to believe that that should be the only end all be all on there, and that anytime people try to fucking like say like, hey, maybe we should have fucking some reasonable legislation about it, and emphasis on the fucking reasonable. Notice how like that's the fucking part about that I usually fucking stress on that shit like nobody's business. It's treated as if I'm trying to tear it down. You know what I mean? As if it's like, as in, it's like that's the only that it has to, that it cannot be ever muted or it cannot ever be changed. You know, the amendments are there because the Constitution is meant to be a living document designed to evolve with the times in order to maintain progress for a changing society.
And to protect its citizens.
And there are rules that must remain in place, and there are rules that must also be open to flexibility. You know, like, and you're right, Kurisi, we do have legislation. I'm talking about like fucking like when it comes to things like red flag laws, or like where there's people who have made public declarations and have a registry of having of owning firearms and stuff. Going off, like shooting off on their own Twitter, talking, oh, I'm gonna fucking blow up the local soup factory, whatever, and I'm gonna shoot everyone there, and like and people being fucking like sheepish on that, you know what I mean? It's like no, you can still have that. And yeah, there is going to be somebody who's going to break it. You're right, there is. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't fucking do it as well on our end. And that doesn't mean that we're still that we can't try and prevent this stuff. We can. We just have to have the will to not allow ourselves to be blinded by blind idolatry and reverence for something that's meant to be there to be changeable and stuff. And 9 times out of 10, like if I remember correctly, the way that red flag laws work, they don't infringe on the Second Amendment at all. They're like they're 2A friendly. It's just that ends up being that the NRA doesn't like it, and fucking craziness comes up from that. Like fucking even Donald Trump likes fucking red flag laws, and everybody fucking loves him apparently. So fucking why not? Oh, no, wait, I'm sorry. He only wants red flag laws, and he only wants the Second Amendment to not apply to transgender people. Right. I forgot. I'm sorry.
Oh. Yep.
But that's beside the fucking point. No, that's beside the fucking point. I'm sorry. I'm trying to fucking calm down.
Rose named Millie said that they walked right at the end of this, so I think Rose named Millie needs a little catch up.
Okay. How's it going there, Ben Cruz also? Welcome to the Black Files. We appreciate you here today. And yeah, he said, by the way, when this was going on, there was another school shooting today, but it just got overshadowed with this story, unfortunately. Yeah.
Wait, what? What?
There was a school.
My goodness.
Where? What?
I need to find it, but like I think there was like 3 children who got shot and killed.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
I have a lot to say about these people that are saying we should ban guns due to this and that. I'm not talking about banning guns. I'm talking about putting reasonable reasonable restrictions on like
In Colorado.
Yeah, like
Oh my lord.
in Colorado's where it happened.
In Colorado. I just looked it up.
Can't seem to catch a fucking break.
And it's like we can allow people to buy guns as long as they're doing it reasonably and as long as they're doing it responsibly. At that point, the onus goes on the bearer of the guns to maintain responsibility for it. If the people who are fucking like who are fucking like getting a hold of stuff and actually committing violence and shit, if they're the ones who are fucking getting it off of someone else, or if they bought it legally or whatever, then that's not a fault of the Second Amendment. That's a fault of whoever fucking let that person have a gun. And it turns, and actually, could you see that church shooter from last week, they were detransitioned. The whole thing about them being a transgender person, they were in that for like a year and a half, and then they decided before they were ending on that they wanted out of letting themselves be transgendered. They never did any surgeries, they never did any therapies, they never did anything on it. They never even really took steps towards actually progressing in an actual like gender
They were
affirming care.
so they were never fully committed.
No, they weren't. That was a whole other thing. But like, that's neither here nor there at this point. That's not the subject. That's not the point of it all. Arcane Girl, Juan, I'm the daughter of a military dad, and you and the flock have never made me feel bad because my dad was military and I grew up a military brat. Appreciate that. Green Eye Jack and the Run to Colorado. Yeah, it happened in the same exact time that Kirk got shot. Yeah, that's right, D. Joseph.
Jesus. Oh my God. This is
Like,
just.
I was doing everything. I was doing everything in my power. No, I know you're just saying that wasn't even like. It was crazy. I get that. I get that. This entire thing is just fucking. I'm gonna fucking tell everyone what I was originally gonna try to talk about tonight, because it also kind of deals with like gun violence. This was the initial idea that we had for tonight. We were gonna talk about how in a recent fucking statement, the Secretary of Health and Human Services and resident conspiracy nut Robert F. Kennedy Jr. said in a statement that that gun violence is a result of video games. This was gonna be the fucking thumbnail here. Like, RK Jr. believes video games are bad. Like, I even asked to say, hey, find me like try to include like fucking video game characters, Master Chief or Sonic or Kirby, Mario, Metal Gear, whatever. Like, find me people.
Oh, I did, and they are reasonably angry.
Yeah, like, and I was gonna fucking talk about how this fucking crack pot fucking was gonna talk about how he
Old
fucking
and crispy microwaved Mel Gibson.
Yeah, thank you for that, Jose. Microwave Mel Gibson. God, like, I had it fucking pulled up tonight and everything, man. Like, he was gonna blame he blamed video games and fucking antidepressants all at the same time. That was gonna be what I was gonna talk about, because, like, dude, like, seriously, this is like shit from the 1990s. We're back to talking about like, oh, how Grand Theft Auto is making children murder everyone. No, motherfucker, who are you to let a child play a rated M game kind of fucking thing and get that kind of idea? Or, oh, little Terry's jumping off of the Terrence. Where the fuck was the parent? Where the fuck are the grown-ups in this matter? Why aren't you watching this kid? Why is it like, if that's the real issue over here, if we're talking about like, oh, it's the children and they're all hopped up on antidepressants and the antidepressants are making them psychotic or whatever. Now, I'm gonna fill you guys in on something. I only started finally, after years of being undiagnosed, I only started taking prescription medication, antidepressants, for my own fucking traumas, for my own disorders, and to help with my diabetic neuropathy. It's been 3 years, 4 years now? 4 years, right? Roughly? Yeah. 4 fucking years now. And if you've known me, if you've seen me on the Ravens flock from long before then and long before now, I'm the same kind of chill I've been back then since I am now. If I'm excited about something, I will fucking go bananas about it. If I'm not, if I'm like down about something, I will fucking say something about it. It really does help more with like the regulation over here, because my fucking diabetic neuropathy messes with me, and it had been an issue with me, and it has helped take the edge off of the actual physical pain. But that's not what's like the point. Like, the point is fucking, no, it ain't the antidepressants, asshole. It ain't the video games, asshole. Like, gun violence is because there's assholes who either don't take care of their guns or don't take care of their kids, or both. What the fuck am I gonna say about
Yeah,
that?
and we were gonna have fun ripping on RFK Jr. Like Jesus, man, it was.
I had so many dumb zingers and silly ideas about how this fucking guy, he fucking microwaves fucking aquarium water coloring and drinks that with his water to improve his mitochondrial health or whatever the fuck, and to sterilize. Like, no, the motherfucker, he's got a blue brain now. Like, he literally has blue brain matter. You know, now, like, it's not gray matter up there anymore. It's blue matter. It thinks that shit. Like, no, that guy's a fucking crackpot. No, like, we could have had a whole hour and a half, a whole 2 hours of that. It would have been at least a little more lighthearted. We could still talk about gun violence in a meaningful way, and we could still have nuance about this stuff in a meaningful way.
But then this happened.
And then this fucking thing happened. This little twerp dies over here. He gets shot and killed.
Man.
I only say little twerp because, like, fucking, that's how I regarded him in life. Fucking Charlie Kirk getting killed like this. It ain't cool on its own face, and that's a given. I don't want anyone fucking trying to accuse me ever of not trying to be humane about this fucking guy. Not fucking ever. The first hour of this fucking show, I've been showing my fucking humanity. We fucking, like fast forward down here, as I'm trying to read through this stuff, and I see how Donald Trump just can't fucking wait to fucking use it as an excuse to try and verbally bludgeon his political opponents on the head with it. So, but it's the left's fault. It's progressive people's fault. It's Democrats. It's leftists. It's all them. It's the crazy blue hair kids. Like, bitch, I ain't got blue hair. I'm crazy. I'm not a kid anymore. I've got a kid. Dragon Fang, you've got blue hair, but that's not why you're maligned. They maligned you because you're also queer and the LGBTQ, you and Zayana and shit. That's why Donald Trump doesn't like any of us in the Ravens flock, really. But what the fuck would I know?
Yeah.
No, that's not important. It's what's important is, like, I was doing everything right. I'm doing everything I'm supposed to. And, like, how the fuck is anyone in my position, someone who's left-leaning, someone who's a Democrat, someone who's, like, doing everything, and I mean it sincerely from the bottom of my fucking heart. I don't like the fucking guy, but I'm sad that he's dead because I'm sad for his children and wife. That's as far as the extent of my own personal sympathy will go for him.
Yeah.
You know,
well, also, if we celebrate his death, then literally it's just like people who are celebrating the death of any other Democrats or anything that die.
Or Republicans or anything. Yeah. Exactly.
So literally we're no different.
No better.
No better. Exactly. But see, that's the fucking divide. That's the fucking problem there. It's that even when you try to meet your political opponent with humanity, and they do not even regard you with humanity, they don't even think you're worthy of it. They hold a belief system which fundamentally says you are a lesser than of mine. You, because you are Hispanic, because you are black, because you are Asian, because you're a woman, because you are queer, because you're Muslim, because you're Jewish, because you're transgendered, because you're a paraplegic, whatever the fuck, because of XYZ of any of those fucking reasons, you are inferior to me, and therefore I will not respect your human rights. I will not regard you as a human being. I will not treat you the way I wish to be treated. I will treat you the way I want to treat you, and that's under my heel, because that's where you belong. Like, then what the fuck am I supposed to? What's a person like that supposed to fucking say or do? How are we supposed to fucking behave in that? I fucking keep my high road. I fucking keep my high ground. I stay with my fucking manners. I stay with my fucking principles on it. They don't fucking change. They don't fucking listen. He's not gonna fucking it's not gonna magically change his mind. It's not gonna be in Whoville where the Grinch's heart grows 3 sizes. No, he's gonna try to make fun of it about it because that's all this fucking guy ever does. Like, oh well, look at that. Isn't that quaint? You think that that's how you treat people? Well, that's not gonna change anything. Because I'm still going to enact policies where I'm going to racially profile you, or I'm going to take away your ability to have your own bodily autonomy, or I'm going to restrict the type of medications you're allowed to have, or the quality of food you're allowed to have, because, no, fuck you, you're so quaint. No. And when you, so, can't meet it that way. So when I'm fucking upset and when I'm fucking angry and I actually need to pipe up and I need to fucking speak up, all of a sudden, oh no, look at how violent he is. Oh my God. I don't know if anyone's heard in the news over here. Yesterday, Nepal's government was overthrown by the people of Nepal. There was a massive corruption scandal happening in the Nepal parliament in Kathmandu, and the entirety of parliament was removed. The prime minister of Nepal resigned and stayed on, and is basically saying, like, you know what, I'm resigning, and the people who are protesting us, we want you to come forward with the Nepali president's office, and we're going to work in the transition of setting up a new parliament. I'm stepping aside. I want the will of the people to be followed, because clearly this corruption scandal has gone too far, and clearly, like, the social media blackout and ban that was put on the Nepali people was a step too far as well. It needs to stop. That's how a fucking elected officials should fucking operate. If the parliament isn't working, if your Congress isn't working, or if your presidency isn't working, then you have an obligation to demand a new one. And the people of Nepal fucking managed to do it.
I was about to say, I remember, I just saw that.
Meanwhile, here in the United States, we're twiddling our thumbs over here, while we let this fucking psychotics happen. But again, I'm the bad guy by pointing this shit out, right?
Listen, I wouldn't be surprised if there's another civil war.
We're gearing up for a civil war.
Carisi went ahead and dropped a $9.99 super sticker. Thank you so
Aw,
much.
Yay!
Thank you, we appreciate that. I only just now saw it. It's the little ginger doggy with a big heart squishing it.
Aww.
Yeah, and she's saying, like, Juan, you're chill. What's that? You're a nervous wreck every time I interact with you. Just kidding. Like, you got.
Hang on a minute, Juan. I actually want to interrupt because Rose actually brought up a question here. Rose mentioned on the chat. So I don't know how to mourn someone who does not believe in empathy and want empathy. How would you care for someone after they pass if they personally do not believe in empathy after their passing?
That's just it. If they don't believe it, if they don't believe in empathizing with you, that's their loss. It shouldn't keep you from remaining a human being. It shouldn't keep you from fucking staying true to yourself and maintaining your humanity. And I just broke off a thing off of the... Wonderful. Off of the keyboard. Whatever. I only had that thing for like a gajillion years.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
It's like, again, like, I don't really keep up too much with the political stuff.
No, you're better off.
So I'm not reacting as strongly just because I don't know most of the things he said.
Yeah.
I'm sure if I start looking up things, then I'm gonna be like, hell no. I still stand on the thing that people shouldn't be shot, because then, we're just as bad as everyone else. But I mean, thoughts and prayers for his family.
And that's
honestly,
it.
that's all I can really say.
And hope that something like this doesn't happen again.
Because, like, I've been trying to look up some of the stuff he's been saying that, is not taken out of context, because we all know both sides tend to do that. But give me a small rundown on what he said again, where he stands, just really quick.
Okay, just as a little
TDR.
yeah, TLDR here for you. Let's see here. So here, like, this is some of the stuff that he's been pushing for in terms of what he's been galvanizing under Turning Point USA. Everything that's been brought up on this, it was founded in 2012 by Charlie Kirk. Jesus fucking Christ, 2012.
Yeah.
Dang. What was I?
Long time ago.
Okay, so that was what? 20 something. Fucking I don't know. Okay, so that was 13 years ago. So wait, the fuck? Hang on, is that right? So that made him 18? Jesus fucking seriously, boy? Alright, so off the top over here, some of the stuff that he's been pushing for includes let's see here. Let's see. He's pushed for things such as he's been pushing for shit such as promoting anti-Semitic cultural Marxism for how colleges are set up over here. Basically saying that, and I'm giving you like the TLDR version of it. Yeah. Which, by the way, cultural Marxism is just literally is like just anti-Semitism with extra steps. The definition on it goes is that the misrepresentation misrepresents Western Marxism as being responsible for modern progressive movements, identity politics, and political correctness. The conspiracy theory posits that there is an ongoing and intentional academic and intellectual effort to subvert Western society via a planned culture war that undermines supposed Christian values of traditionalist conservatism and seeks to replace them with a culturally progressive values over here. It's basically another form of a Nazi propaganda, which was called cultural Bolshevism.
Wait, was he a neo-Nazi?
No, but this shit is very much like Diet Nazi
Similar.
with Splenda.
Okay.
Like, it was like the whole cultural Marxist shit is like Diet Nazism with like featuring Splenda in Tab with 95% less caffeine shit. It's like doing everything in your power to try to not make it Coca-Cola, but it's still fucking Coca-Cola kind of thing. That's just one example. That's just one example. He was pushing he was pushing for fucking saying that there was some protests that happened in 2018 in France where there were folks who were wearing yellow vests in France in protests about restrictions linked to the coronavirus. He spread a bunch of bullshit about the coronavirus pandemic. He was present at the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol, even though his organizers weren't there to be part of the insurrection. Although he did bus a whole bunch of people into the on there. He wanted to make abortion illegal and not have any exceptions for rape included. He doesn't like sexual anarchy, quote unquote. Which is just a fucking way of saying, hey, I don't believe in birth control or queer people to exist.
So a traditionalist.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
He fucking crapped on George Floyd when he was killed by the cops.
Are you fucking seriously?
Because that was smart. Well, no, of him commenting on it.
And there's another fucking thing that he liked pushing for, which was another fucking conspiracy theory called the Great Replacement, basically saying like, oh, the white race is being out-sexed away. They're like all the dirty brown and black babies are replacing all the white children we're supposed to have. Which is like
what? Such bullshit.
Yeah, and naturally he like as you can imagine he
That doesn't make a lick of
he
sense.
doesn't like gay marriage. He doesn't like trans people.
Of
He
course.
wanted to promote like he was promoting Christian nationalism, as in making the United States of America a 100% Christian nation, not for anyone else.
No.
Yeah, I'm
So-
sorry, but the moment
No.
they actually do that, yeah,
Sorry, I broke the.
there's going to be a lot of disappearance, huh,
Mm-hmm.
of people who are not Christians.
Oh well, that was the shit that he was pushing for. That's
Sorry,
the,
but the Christian nationalism that they want, it's not actually Christianity.
No.
no, it's not. Because anyone worth their salt, if anyone's actually held a real life Bible in their fucking hands and have gone through any form of faith, that is actually based in the gospel of Jesus Christ, will know it is not meant to be it is not meant to be a form of government to eradicate or to convert anyone else. The fucking Crusades was a fucking
Yep.
disaster. The fucking mess along with how this Christian nationalism bullshit is really, it's really a death cult, and I can't get into words on it right now, but the less I say about it right now, the better. The really
Yeah, like there is Christians, and then there is the people who say they're Christians, but they are the opposite.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, no, that because if they're just wanting to an excuse to discriminate against people due to their faith or whatever, it's like it's the fucking adage of like just because you're on a diet doesn't mean I can't have ice cream kind of thing. Like your diet says you can't have ice cream. That's your diet, not mine. My diet says I can have ice cream. I just can't have ice cream with lactose. So I have like, gelato, or I have like the dairy-free stuff. Whatever,
So what else has he said?
That's just the TLDRs of this guy. And I'm supposed to
Did I hear correctly before, or he said that he wanted to take the Second Amendment right away from trans people?
no, that was stuff that was being thrown around by Donald Trump.
Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, no, he sounds like such a shitty person.
Sounds like a piece of shit.
Yes.
But no, that does actually make me upset that his death has literally obliterated almost all discussion about another school shooting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is gonna be a bigger topic that folks are gonna talk about for a while, and it's fucking messed up.
Like, it's even almost just as messed up, if not worse. Someone had actually found this while this was all going on, and I need to show you guys because this is some crazy ass bullshit here. Give me a minute. I'm trying to find a way to fucking read it. There we go. Hang on. Click. Read more. Come on. There we go. Okay. You're not gonna believe this bullshit. You're not gonna believe this bullshit. This was what do you guys know about the website the online newspaper called Jezebel?
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay.
I'm gonna
Sounds
be honest
familiar.
with you. I'm gonna be honest with you. Not a damn thing.
Okay. Let's see here. As far as Jezebel goes, let me see here. Let's see here. Let me actually fucking pull up to show you exactly what it is. It just basically think of it as an online magazine. Someone had actually put up this article. Why is it freezing now? Why are you freezing now? No, you're not allowed to freeze. You're not allowed to fucking freeze. Fuck you. Stop. Okay. I'm literally just trying to... Sorry. The article on here that I'm going to pull up in a minute. Let me just close it and reopen. There we go. That should do it. Yeah. Okay. This article from Jezebel was published 2 days ago, Monday, September 8th. And this had to get an editor's note put on it, like, immediately when this happened. When Charlie Kirk's death happened. The headline on it reads, "We paid some Etsy witches to curse Charlie Kirk." Yeah.
Excuse me, what?
What?
Say that again.
Hang on. The computer.
Did I hear that correctly?
I will repeat this just one more time. We paid some Etsy witches to curse Charlie Kirk. This was written in Jezebel.com 2 days ago. Monday, September 8th, 2025. If the far-right misogynist with a bad haircut wants to villainize independent women, Jezebel is more than happy to be the hag of his nightmares. Editor's note, this story was published on September 8th. Jezebel condemns the shooting of Charlie Kirk in the strongest possible terms. We do not endorse, encourage, or excuse political violence of any kind. They needed to slap that editor's note on there like nobody's fucking business. I don't know who the fuck actually wrote this in here. It's in the, hang on. I'm actually pulling up the mess of this, in Witches We Trust. Okay, I get that. Ha ha ha. Very fucking funny. Okay, yeah, no, it doesn't actually give the article writer over here. I guess it was done by like the editorial board as a joke or some shit. I don't know what it was meant to be, but obviously, whoever wrote that is definitely having some feds at their door at this point because, oh my god, that's a fucking problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, no, this is not, that is not looking good. I will leave this to you guys to try and read on your own time, on your own dime, but just on its own face, basically go in and describe Charlie Kirk's whole shit like I was describing. They go in and they're into fucking talk about what it's like to get to work with getting any sort of independent contract out of someone on Etsy, and they're like, oh well, we could curse them to have a rash, or that they'll have that they'll slip and fall on shit and that kind of nonsense and stuff. But like, I don't think so. Like that could not have been timed worse. It would have been funny if he hadn't been shot and killed. Because, like, oh, haha, does anyone really believe that this witchcraft thing was gonna fucking work? Like, who knows, maybe. Like, oh, well, we see, oh, hey, maybe he's starting to look a little red behind the ear, or, oh, hey, it looks like he's been having some bad luck with his money lately, or whatever the fuck. It would have been that, like, oh, hey, maybe it does work. Maybe the curse did work on him. And then this shit happened. You see, like, that was clearly not meant to be in reality, but unfortunately, irony and karma and reality all conspire in the weirdest fucking ways you can imagine. Again, fucking crazy. Fucking, I even have other quotes of his about fucking how he deals with stuff. Quote of his from the Turning Point USA broadcast, June 2023. It's fun regarding the LGBTQ community. It's fundamentally coercive. It's a cultural tyranny. We should get rid of it altogether. Let's see, June 2021 in a Facebook post. Good riddance to Pride Month. Regarding African Americans over here. If I see a black pilot, I'm gonna be like, oh boy, I hope he's qualified. That he said last year, January 2024, on the Thought Crime podcast. In June, like 2 months ago, he says, Ketanji Brown Jackson's a divisive hire. She's only there because she's a black woman. Fucking hell. Regarding women, he's in April 3rd, 2024, at a Turning Point USA faith event. Birth control really screws up female brains. It creates very angry and very bitter young ladies and young women. If you're in your early 30s, I'm sorry, you're not as attractive in the dating pool as you were in your early 20s. That was a quote he said March 2024. In 2023, he said at a Young Women's Leadership Summit, of all fucking places. Every single one of you, most importantly, please become a wife and start a family. That is the most important thing if you want to be happy. Yeah, I don't fucking think so.
Laughable.
That is so fucking dumb.
That is laughable.
It's laughable. It shouldn't be taken seriously. But unfortunately, really powerful fucking people take his shit seriously and decided to make policy out of it.
Unfortunately.
Rosanne Millie, the article from Jezebel was written 2 days ago, Monday, September 8th, and the editor's note was put up today. Let me take a look and see what else we've got in the chat here. I'm really trying my best to fucking calm down over here. I'm sorry. Or I'm not buying you any more crap. LOL. Oh, stop. From when I was.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Christy's just
okay.
joking
She was
around.
just joking with it. Okay, I didn't know.
Don't worry about it, man.
Okay. Arcane Girl. So we lost my mother this June on the 29th. Coming here to my friends has been a help. I love you all. Thank you very much, Arcane Girl. We love you too. Thank you for that. I'm sorry if I'm not that entertaining of a host, but fuck. Vicente Guerrero made his way in the chat here. Hey, how's it going, Vicente Guerrero? Welcome to the Black Files. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. I was always a fan of his rational way of debating people. 31 years old is way too young to die. Yeah, he's fucking... It's sad that he died at that young an age. I don't fucking believe in a single fucking thing he fucking was trying to promote or extol or, you know, try to launder on young minds, because that's really the main point of the project of Turning Point USA. The whole point of that organization was to bring those conservative values by taking them, whitewashing them, fucking sanitizing them, and trying to instill them into college, into the college ecosystem, so that college-aged kids can come out of there and become conservatives. And hey, well, you're really invested in this stuff. You can join our organization. We have so many different potentials for employment and upward advancement. And hey, look at that, you've got people just like our hero Charlie Kirk, the guy who founded this. Also, Candace Owens. What's that? She did apologia for Hitler that one time, saying, he was okay for making Germany great. It was when he was trying to take over the rest of the world when he made a problem. Don't pay any attention to that. We don't work with her anymore. Except they still fucking do stuff with her on occasion. So, what does that tell you? No, it's all. It feels like a cult. It feels like a fucking multi-level marketing fucking cult for politics. And it's fucking... I had to step away earlier because I was so set off with the shit, because that's my number one worry. My number one worry isn't about, now that he's gone, what will we ever do? No, that's not even it. It's fucking, how are people on either side of the spectrum going to try to politicize his death, or try to say well, that's he's that's what happens for being a dirty, filthy fucking conservative. Not even fucking that. But literally within hours of this shit happening, the most powerful man in the fucking world immediately is politicizing this guy's death. The body isn't even fucking cold. And that fucking set me off earlier here. And it set me off because I know for a fact how many people are going out of their way to not politicize his fucking death, and not just use it to fucking neener, whatever the fuck. because we know that that's not how you fucking behave. That's the way that he would. That's the way that Donald Trump behaves. That's the way that fucking like psychos in power right now fucking behave. That's not how you fucking do this stuff. You treat people the way you want to be treated. It doesn't fucking matter. But when they're not fucking playing by the same fucking rules, then what? I'm the bad guy either fucking way. So it won't fucking matter, you know? Yeah, it is too soon here, Rose named Millie. Let me see. Why does he have little ones again? He has a wife. He has a 3 and a 5-year-old. A 3-year-old son, 5-year-old daughter. Don't ask me how he managed to convince anyone to date him, let alone marry him. I guess it was because he got himself very well paid and very well financially sorted. I don't fucking know. I don't know. I'm not gonna presume. Let me see what else here. Sarah Serenity, my mom, God rest her soul, told me before her death that if I should ever need comfort, to read Psalms and Proverbs, and that will probably be the only thing I'll ever read from the Bible. That's not a horrible idea. No, that's not a bad idea at all. I feel so sad for Irina, said Rosanne Millie. Yeah, no, the Ukrainian woman who was murdered as well by a random crazy fucking black guy who already had 14 arrests in his name. Yeah, no, I read about that story too. And like literally, and rather than fucking having any sort of like that's the fucking problem with it. Like these kind of fucking people had been immediately jumping on like, oh, this poor Ukrainian girl, she was killed by this vicious black man. He is already a criminal. And, like, yeah, no, this fucking guy deserves to be under the jail. But they didn't fucking care enough about her while she was in Ukraine. While we're in our, 3rd year of Russia's war against Ukraine?
I believe it's the 3rd year, yeah.
Yes.
Like, they didn't care about it to speak about it then, but now that she's in America over here, and it's only one person that we could put a face and a name to, all of a sudden it's a big tragedy and stuff. Like, the way that was cynically used, that's being cynically used by these same fuckers who are using Charlie Kirk's death in this grotesque, cynical fashion to...
Because it fits our narrative.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It fits their fucking narrative. So is 23 in the New York subway. You're right, Rosanne Millie. She didn't deserve to die. Charlie Kirk didn't deserve to die in that fashion. What should, my big thing had been, no, what you do is you discredit people like Charlie Kirk. What you do is you outthink them. You outspeak them. You prove that those sort of ass backwards bullshit narratives of things were better when the man was the man in the house, and back when we had racial segregation and the little woman would stay in the kitchen and she would be our baby making factory, whatever the fuck. No, that bullshit way of thinking is what that has no place in the world anymore. It belongs in the past. That is not the reality we live in anymore. And trying to reach back for that imagined grand old days of oh hey, well with the way how everything happened, the reason why everything's so bad is because we allowed gay people and black people and brown peoples and all the Asians and the women's to have votes and to have says and stuff, and they need to be put in their place. That bullshit has no place in the 21st century. It really didn't have a place in the 20th century. We had a whole war across the world about how that bullshit mentality has no place in the world. And last I checked, I thought we won. I thought that we beat that shit. But here it fucking is, creeping in again in the 21st century in 2025 with a different paint job on it.
Mm-hmm.
me see here. At this point, like, I am sorry for losing my shit. I will not apologize for why I lost my shit. Because I don't know about you folks. You can have your opinions on me however you want. But I'm not going to be made like the fucking monster or the villain or the bad guy for having a fucking heart, or at least trying to have a fucking heart, even for someone, especially for someone who does not believe that a man like me should fucking exist. That a man like me shouldn't fucking have the life that I have. Or that my wife, or that my girlfriends, or my brothers, or sisters, or my mother, or any of my family, or friends, or loved ones in my community, that we shouldn't exist as we are, because this particular set of assholes said that we're not allowed to. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna fucking apologize for why I got pissed off. I'll apologize for losing my cool. No, not very, political candidate, fucking, like, decorum, whatever the no, fuck decorum at this point. They don't care about my life. I'm not gonna hold back with expressing how I'm still going to care about other people's lives, even if they don't fucking want to extend that courtesy. Fucking hell. I got nothing left to say at this moment because I'm too angry. I am too upset. I am...
Do you want to call it?
I got nothing more to say about this guy. Sucks that he's dead. Sorry for his kid. Sorry for his wife. I won't miss him.
He was a terrible person.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. He was a terrible person with very shitty views. And the only sympathy I have is for his kids and for his wife. Because now they have to deal with everything that's coming after the fact. After what happened.
Appreciate it. Zayana, Dragonfang, anything?
And Juan, you are not the bad guy.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Not that guy.
Yep.
See, the thing is, I know this. I know this in my heart. I know this in my head. I know. I've been doing everything in my power, like my whole fucking life, to try to behave fucking like these fucking pigs would have you behave. Fucking just keep your fucking nose down. Just take care of yours and your own. Fucking deal with your life. Fucking don't try to rock the boat or whatever. No, sorry, but I'm a boat rocker. I'm a fucking I'm a habitual line stepper. I'm gonna step over that line because if the line is basically saying I don't have the right to exist as a human fucking being, then I'm gonna trample all over that shit. Fuck it. Ladies, I don't know if you'll have anything more that you'd like to say. Nothing.
No.
Jose, anything else that you'd like to add tonight?
The only thing I'll add is that, first of all, I want to thank, there may have been a small indiscretion, discrepancy, but for the most part, a lot of you who are watching tonight on the live chat, you've been very awesome. You've been very good, very, very supportive, and you didn't act like a bunch of shits, so thank you.
Yes,
Thank
please,
you.
thank
We treat
you.
each other like,
Thank
we
you.
treat each other with
Jesus
respect,
Christ.
like human
I would
beings.
not. I would have hated to fucking try to mute any fucking buddy tonight because I'm not that kind of fucking guy. I would have hated to have to do that shit. I wouldn't have had a choice there at that point because if we're gonna be fucking assholes about it all, then fucking then no.
No. One person was nearly at that point, but that, yeah. But getting back to it, no, I mean, there's really nothing. It's like, I'm going to be honest. Like, I think I said this earlier. Until you mentioned the breaking news, until this hit the sites, I didn't know anything about this guy. I didn't know anything about Charlie Kirk. until we started talking until this happened and we started talking
Ditto.
about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
I'm sorry.
I
I
didn't.
voiced this
No,
guy
no, hey,
upon
hey,
you.
hey, no. You good? Juana, listen to me. You don't
You were
apologize
better
for a
off.
damn thing.
You were better off not knowing about him. I had to know about this fucking guy because that's the fucking rhetoric that people like him have been pushing out all these years, and that's the shit that politicians fucking listen to, and that's the shit that I have to actively fucking fight against. So I had to learn about this fucking guy. I had to fucking do it, and I'm sorry that I exposed you to him. I'm sorry that I have
You're fine.
fucking made
No, no,
y'all
no, no, no.
suffer.
One, stop.
No, because it's you didn't deserve that. I'm sorry.
No. I wouldn't have agreed if I did. I wouldn't have agreed to. We wouldn't have agreed to do this episode tonight if we weren't going to handle something this heavy. We've done heavy topics before. Now, that being said, I'm glad that we talked about this. I'm glad that we were able to, that at least we here in the group and on the chat for our viewers, we handled this without any, we handled talking about this without any incident, without jumping at each other's throats or anything like that, because that's exactly what's going on in the current internet discourse.
Yeah, and I think with the waffling thing, it's also because like three of us didn't really know his views and everything. So that's why we were not being as vocal about it because we didn't really understand the crap behind him, the stuff that he was spewing, his views. So I guess it's
I wouldn't
because we
worry.
weren't being
I really wouldn't
forceful
worry
with
about
that.
that person, to be honest.
No, don't.
No, but yeah, but that's why
don't.
I'm like, that's why I think that
Please
that's
don't.
how we came off.
No,
Like
this is
compared
meant
to others who knew more about this, who were being more vocal about the dislike with this guy.
like I was trying to I legitimately 100% I intended tonight just like to try to be like much more clinical about this, to be much more like okay, no, this is what this guy fucking believed in. This is why I don't believe in that stuff. And if this is something that you want to fucking believe in, just understand that those beliefs fundamentally go down to like denying human rights to people like me. And if that's what you believe in, then I don't know if I want you as a friend or as someone fucking like following or supporting or anything like that. But like,
We all deserve human rights.
we all like
Mhm.
exactly.
Yes.
But if we can't fucking get to that bare bone minimum, if we can't get to that, then I don't know what the fuck to tell you.
Yeah.
I really tried.
No. You tried. You did good.
No,
You did good,
fucking
Pancho.
didn't.
All right? Relax.
No, I fucking blew up like a fucking idiot.
No, Juan. Listen, everybody crashes out every
No,
now
it's
and
not
then.
a
It's
fucking
normal.
crash out. I fucking blew up. I fucking.
Dude,
I
that's not something to
should
be.
know better. I should know better about myself, about my fucking behavior. I'm supposed to know better about this. I've handled myself before in situations like this better than I did tonight. I've done it. You've seen me do it, Azay.
Yes.
Fuck.
Well, as far as my final thoughts goes, like there's really not much else to say about it. Other than what has already been said. Now, for tomorrow night's edition of Wrestle Rewind, which is every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern, right here on YouTube and Kick, join me and my tag partner, Mr. Juan Arouse, as we review three of the most exciting pro wrestling programs in North America today: WWE's NXT, AEW Dynamite, and TNA Impact. For tomorrow night, we're going to be reviewing the main event of NXT, which is a triple threat women's tag team match, which in the end will offer us a lot of surprises. And the main event for AEW Dynamite, which is, I kid you not, a 10-man tag team match, and the winner receives $500,000 cash prize. You couldn't make this up. Oh my God. Okay, so it's the team of the Death Riders and the Young Bucks versus the team of the AEW World Trios Champions, the Ops, Samoa Joe, Powerhouse Hobbs, and and Katsuyori Shibata teaming with the AEW World Tag Team Champions Bandito, and Brody King. So we'll have more to talk about tomorrow. And since Angel's not here to plug his program, folks, Angel will be joining us this Saturday afternoon for Los Amigos Play, which is every Saturday afternoon at 5 p.m. Eastern, right here on YouTube at Kick, so we can continue this incredible, awesome Let's Play of Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of the Patriots, played by Mr. Juan Arouse. So that's going to be something to look forward to this Saturday. Juan, passing the ball back to you.
Appreciate it. Thank you. All right, I'm going to take the stage on this for a second. Let me take a look here. Let me take a look and see. I love you, Juan. Juan, you're only human. I love you, Michelle. And yeah, we missed you all. We appreciate Juan. Hun, please listen to your friends. You're a kind, amazing person. Listen to Jose and all of us. You're a sweet, amazing person. Here to help and aid with comfort, says Rosename Millie. I really do appreciate everybody is trying to be supportive here. It's just like, this is the shit I live in, you know. This is the nonsense that I have to expose myself to. And I wasn't trying to do this shit in any sort of aggressive manner. I wasn't trying to do this shit in any sort of angry manner in any way, shape, or form. But the moment I fucking have any sort of emotional investment in something, I'm the fucking bad guy. That's why I was fucking pissed off. That's why I was so fucking, upset. It's the fact that I had fucking any kind of fucking reaction or response. I'm not a robot. I'm a fucking human being. I'm not the perfect politician in any fucking way. I'm a person. I'm a regular guy. I'm a fucking nerd. I don't run around all over, all over Hyde Park and all over St. Petersburg and downtown and down in and over in New Tampa. I don't run around in the ritzy places of town like buttering up people I don't like for money that I need for a fucking campaign. I'm not that fucking person. I don't do that shit. I fucking work in a fucking work at home job that I've been in for 5 years now, that I've been steadily trying to find some form of upward mobility in, only to find nothing. And I'm also seeing how my life is affected by these fucking policies and by the inaction of those who are supposed to represent me. And that's why I fucking decided to jump into political office, to public office. That's why I jumped in, because I realized I wasn't being represented. My people weren't being represented. The community that I live in wasn't being represented, and I wanted to try to make a fucking difference. But there are stupid rules when it comes to this stuff. There's stupid ass rules when it comes to behavior and decorum. And no, you have to raise your hand, and you have to be polite, and you have to say things this way. You have to be exactly manicured. You're not allowed to show that you have long hair, or talk about how you're polyamorous and how you have a wife and 3 girlfriends, and that you're in an open marriage. You're not supposed to talk about how fucking the fact that you're a giant nerd, because that doesn't poll well here, sir. That doesn't fucking make you very electable. No, I'm a fucking real person. All right? I'm not gonna fucking fake out a personality for the sake of being accepted by people who are only interested in me in so far as what I can give them in terms of kickbacks for like, oh, if I throw money your way for your political office, you can give me tax breaks, or you can push for medical policies that makes my company richer, or ignore a fucking genocide on the other side of the world in order to protect our interests over here, and we'll continue giving you money. No, I'm not that kind of fucking person. That's not who I am. I'm someone who believes that the truth is the truth is the truth. I'm someone who believes that when there's a problem and you have the ability to do something about it, to try and solve it, and to try and fix it, to help others, then you have a moral obligation to do something about it. You have an obligation to your fellow man, to other people in your life, to fucking do something. To move heaven and earth however you can, whatever way you can, to try and help others. That's the way I've been running my campaign since I started in, June now? Yeah, and apparently that's not enough. At least not monetarily. But I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to fucking give up. I'm not going to back down. Even if I don't have a single red cent to my name, I'm going to keep fighting. I'm going to continue to try to push for something better. Because the people of Tampa Bay deserve better. As far as Charlie Kirk goes, I've already said it before, I'll say it again. I did not respect the man in life. I will not respect the man in death. I will respect his family's grief, their bereavement. But that's it. Anyone else trying to use his death to galvanize for their political cause, especially if it's someone who's as powerful as Donald Trump, they can go fuck themselves. I do not care. My line in the sand is very simple. Treat people the way you want to be treated. It's that simple. Fucking hell. Like, the only other thing I'm seeing here, yeah, there was something that I wanted to also that I wanted to also say, because it's it resonates with me. You're gonna think I'm hokey in repeating this or quoting this, but I've come to love this speech. It's by Charlie Chaplin, in the first speaking role he's had, The Great Dictator. You've all probably seen this speech before, but I don't mind saying it. And if you want to think I'm being a dork about it, then whatever. But I mean it too. I'm sorry, but I don't want to be an emperor. That's not my business. I don't want to rule or conquer anyone. I should like to help everyone, if possible. Jew, Gentile, black man, white. We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that. We want to live by each other's happiness, not by each other's misery. We don't want to hate and despise one another. In this world, there's room for everyone, and the good earth is rich and can provide for everyone. The way of life can be free and beautiful, but we have lost the way. Greed has poisoned men's souls, has barricaded the world with hate, has goose-stepped us into misery and bloodshed. We've developed speed, but we've shut ourselves in. Machinery that gives us abundance has left us in want. Our knowledge has made us cynical. Our cleverness, hard and unkind. We think too much and feel too little. More than machinery, we need humanity. More than cleverness, we need kindness and gentleness. Without these qualities, life will be violent and all will be lost. The aeroplane and the radio have brought us closer together. The very nature of these inventions cries out for the goodness in men, cries out for universal brotherhood, for the unity of us all. Even now, my voice is reaching millions throughout the world. Millions of despairing men, women, and little children, victims of a system that makes men torture and imprison innocent people. To those who can hear me, I say, do not despair. The misery that is now upon us is but the passing of greed, the bitterness of men who fear the way of human progress. The hate of men will pass, and dictators die, and the power they took from the people will return to the people. And so long as men die, liberty will never perish. Soldiers, don't give yourselves to these brutes, men who despise you, enslave you, who regiment your lives, tell you what to do, what to think, and what to feel, who drill you, diet you, treat you like cattle, use you as cannon fodder. Don't give yourselves to these unnatural men, machine men with machine minds and machine hearts. You are not machines. You are not cattle. You are men. You have the love of humanity in your hearts. You do not hate, only the unloved hate, the unloved and the unnatural. Soldiers, do not fight for slavery, fight for liberty. In the 17th chapter of St. Luke, it is written, the kingdom of God is within man, not one man nor a group of men, but in all men, in you. You, the people, have the power to create machines, to create happiness. You, the people, have the power to make this life free and beautiful, to make this life a wonderful adventure. Then, in the name of democracy, let us use that power. Let us all unite. Let us fight for a new world, a decent world that will give men a chance to work, that will give youth a future and old age a security. By the promise of these things, brutes have risen to power, but they lie. They do not fulfill that promise. They never will. Dictators free themselves, but they enslave the people. Now let us fight to fulfill that promise. Let us fight to free the world, to do away with national barriers, to do away with greed, with hate, and with intolerance. Let us fight for a world of reason, a world where science and progress will lead to all men's happiness. Soldiers, in the name of democracy, let us all unite.
Well said, Wancho.
Thank you for joining us on tonight's edition of the Uncensored and Uncompromising Interview and Review podcast of the Ravens Flock, The Black Files, hosted by yours truly, Juan Arouse. Be sure to request access as we go live every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, simulcasting on YouTube and Kick. Hit the subscribe or the follow button, ring the notification bell to stay up to date on all of our content. Become a native flocker by hitting the join button. And until next time, continue to follow us on Facebook.com/TheRavensFlock, Twitter.com/RavensFlock13, Instagram.com/TheRavensFlockOnline, Kick.com/TheRavensFlock, and of course, remember to hit the subscribe button and ring that tiny little notification bell right here on our flagship platform, youtube.com/TheRavensFlock, home of the Black Files, Los Amigos Play, Wrestle Rewind, and the Ravens Flock. For Jose Casabona, Angel Mendez, Rose Cosplay, Drag Fang, Cosplay, I am Juan Arouse.